Debbie cakes over teammates. James Harden himself, where is he going to end up? He wants to land with the Los Angeles Clippers, which I pray to God, I hope he does it, because we already got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, Mr. Always Damaged. Fuck, bro. James Harden, Debbie cakes over teammates, Mr. Selfish, always out of shape, cheesecake over teammates, you name it, the dude, Mr. Trillberg himself, Trillberger, home of the Trillberger, can I take your order? That's James Harden. So let's go ahead and break down James Harden's little situation right now. He wants to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. You know, look, this is a sucker move that he did because he got Doc Rivers fired after his pathetic Game 7 performance where he scored 9 points, was 3 for 15 from the floor, and it's like when Joel Embiid's on the floor, he doesn't know what to do. He just goes away from his Houston James Harden versus when Joel Embiid is off the floor, he wants to go back and be, Houston James Harden. That's his problem. He need to figure that out. But guess what? He wants to go to the Los Angeles Clippers to be with Russ because he wants to play with Russ again, which I pray to God that don't happen. Then he wants to play with Kawhi Leonard, and then he wants to play with Paul George, a.k.a. Pandemic P, a.k.a. Mr. Always Hurt, a.k.a. shows up and flames out in the biggest moments in playoff games because, hell, Paul George never won a championship. Kawhi, he's won about 2 championships, but he's never led a team. He didn't start from finish. He went to a Spurs team that was already a dynasty without him. Then you turn around, you go to the Toronto Raptors, who were the #1 seed the year before without you, and then you just went and you was like icing on the cake. So let's go ahead and break down this James Harden. I think he needs to keep his big ass in Philly, stay where he's at, and play with the other fake ass MVP himself, Joel Embiid, because you're not going to win. To this day, they're not better than Boston. They're not better than Milwaukee. They're not even better than Cleveland to me. Because if you're going to depend on James Harden to win a championship, then I say, man, you don't know basketball. You're not a good GM. And think, Daryl Morey has given everything this man has wanted. He's got him PJ Tucker. They even brought in Eddie Howe. Some of his old teammates they brought to Philly. But it's the thing though with James Harden. Nobody told you to take a pay cut. You decided to do that for the benefit of the team. But what you didn't also count on was you flaming out yet again in the postseason, which you've done your whole career. We can even go back to the 2012 NBA Finals, where that postseason, he averaged 17 points a game coming off the bench for the Oklahoma City team. Then he went to 12 points a game, and he shot less than 40% from the field. You know, and then I'll turn around. We're gonna go to the Houston series, where even in that San Antonio Spurs series, that was Game 6 game. Well, without Kawhi Leonard, we only scored 2 points. It made like one shot, I believe. And then we turn around, and it was against the Los Angeles Clippers when the Rockets were down 3-2, and the Clippers should have shut the door and closed the deal on them. We let Corey Brewer and Josh Smith, lead the team. Meanwhile, James Harden sat his big ass on the bench. So this is my thing with James Harden, bro. Now he's at a point, he's 32, 33 years old. He's making a little bit over $30 million a year, and there's no market out there for him at all. And I wouldn't want him on my team. Look, even though he's still skilled enough to do stuff like that. But he's very selfish. He can't lead a team. He doesn't have that dog in him. He ain't that. He cares about partying in the offseason with Lil Baby. As you seen eating trail burgers when he was at a concert. He had about 4 of them. Let's look here. I bet you every dollar I got in my pocket, he ate every bit of one of them cheap trail burgers. So he might as well just go work for Bun B in Houston and eat all the trail burgers he want and promote it. Because obviously, as far as promoting the game, as far as being great for the game of basketball, he can't do that because he don't even show up in the postseason. So James Harden, I don't know what is the Philadelphia Sixers are gonna do, but if I'm them, I'm just gonna keep him. I'm gonna let you play your little 1-year contract out because it's the thing. Even if the Clippers do trade for James Harden, they can't even extend him. He's gonna go into next year's offseason unrestricted free agent. And if I'm the Clippers, why would I do that? Because I already got a problem with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George because there's never on the floor. And the thing is, James Harden, he's complaining because he said he wants to have a bigger role. Fool, you was the number 2 option, blind league MVP, to a team that you wanted to go to once you wanted to get out of Brooklyn. And before that, once you wanted to get out of Houston, you showed up with a fat suit and a bunch of Debbie cakes or whatever your name, the man was eating them. But I digress. James Harden, bro, you're not that dude, bro. You're not that guy. Let's be honest, bro. I'm gonna look at y'all when I say this. In the playoffs, in the regular season last year, we knew he was shit. He averaged 21 points in the regular season, and he went to 20 points in the postseason. I'm gonna repeat that again. He scored 21 points in the regular season and 20 points in the postseason. Usually, when you're a great player, when you average, Jimmy Butler, perfect example. Who averaged about 21, 22 points in the regular season, then them averages will bump up to at least 26, 27 points in the regular season. This man here flames out. And It's amazing to me how he thinks he's still that guy. And he thinks that teams are clamoring for him. No, the Clippers don't even want you, if I'm being honest. And the Clippers, I won't even want them because next year they're going to open up in a new arena. And why would I give up picks just to get James Harden when he's most likely not even going to be back next year? Because I'm still deciding if I want to even keep Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers themselves. We got another video to make about that coming out real soon. But if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, keep Debbie Cakes over teammates. Because you know what? We're going to build this team around you and Joel Embiid, the dude who also didn't show up this past postseason, who went from over 30 points a game to 24 points in the postseason. Over 30 points in the regular season and 24 points in the postseason. But like I said, let me get back to Debbie Cakes over teammates. So he just needs to go and quit complaining and stay in Philly. Stay there. You got Doc Rivers fired. You got Nick Nurse there, who is a defensive-minded coach, and we all know, even God knows himself, that man James Harden can't play not one lick of defense. He can't guard the old folks at an old folks home. So we just need to go in and just stay right there. So Nick Nurse, I don't know what type of offensive system he's going to run, that he's going to have in Brooklyn, but this little ISO with James Harden, it's not going to work, bro. And RP to the late, great Kobe Bryant, he said it himself. James Harden playing style will never win in the postseason, and he has not been lying since then. And he said that over 10 years ago, and here we are in 2023, and we're still saying the same thing. But also, some of it with his playing style, he still falls in big moments. He be looking for those calls that the referees used to give him back then. No, all that little BS they used to do, that bull job, pulling somebody's arm, getting fouls, and all that. No, them days is done, dog. So James Harden, take your little over $30 million for right now in 1 year. Play with Joel Embiid, try to make it work, try to make it work with Nick Nurse, and guess what? You still got Tyrese Maxey, you still got PJ Tucker, you still got Tobias Harris, you still got a good core that's in Philly that was literally one game away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You and Joel Embiid, both of y'all, wet the bed in the second round against the Boston Celtics, so that's why you're in the situation that you're in now. So Joel Embiid, good luck playing with that. James Harden, Debbie Cakes over teammates. Mr. Trillburger himself, who all he wants to do is eat Trill burgers in the offseason, go to concerts, and look fat and out of shape. Be my guest. But guess what? And if you are one of those that said he's better than Dwayne Wade, I want you to turn your basketball card right now because you don't know basketball. You really don't. If you're going to say a dude that out of shape, that fat, that all he does is eat is donuts and Debbie Cakes and cheesecakes, and just going to sit here and say that that's better than Dwayne Wade, Dwayne Wade is a three-time NBA champion, one-time Finals MVP, multiple-time All-NBA defender. What the hell has James Harden been an All-NBA defender at? Eating? I'll tell you what, he's going to be great at that. So you know what? If you're a James Harden guy out there, you're a James Harden fan, hey, man, go ahead and root for your guy, man. I ain't telling you not to root for him. But all I know is that type of dude right there who's going to do all that in the regular season and then wet the bed in the postseason, and he can keep that. I've never really been a James Harden guy. And please, Los Angeles Clippers, do not trade for this piece of garbage, this bum, this out-of-shape bum at that, on your team. Because if you do, well, hell, y'all was going to lose anyway because Kawhi Leonard and Paul George ain't never on the floor. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Where James Harden going to end up? I think he's going to end up back in Philly. He needs to stop complaining and go on and just play it. Play it the rest of your contract out and stop opting to get traded and want to get moved. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Leave a comment in the comment section. Y'all like the video. Hey, man, the Clippers video that I got, breaking down the Los Angeles Clippers, should they re-sign Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? I'll tell you my answer in that video. Trust me, it's a lot I got to tell you about that one. Y'all be smooth, like the video. Hey, we almost at 2K subs. Let's go and get that up for me, though. And by the way, Madden and 2K is right around the corner with the NFL season.